There are a lot of women who have had vaginal births who are worried about, blowing things out down south. And they don't want the hot dog in the hallway. They want things a little bit snugger. Is there any remedy on that? Or do things just settle down? Like, do women even need to worry about this? Like, after you have a vaginal delivery, will things tighten up after a time?
The answer is yes. Most women after vaginal deliveries are just fine. Okay. And one thing that now this is a personal belief of mine. But I would be bad if I didn't mention my personal belief. There are folks who elect to have cesarean sections for what I consider no good reason, because you don't destroy your vagina by having a vaginal birth. And there are many, many, many potential complications to having a cesarean section. I mean, if you need to get the kid out safely and that's the only way to do it, by all means, it's appropriate. But to just have a cesarean section because you're worried about your vagina, don't worry. It's really much safer to have a vaginal birth if you can. So anyway, but after vaginal delivery, there are some women who, have some stretching and stuff like that. And one thing that I always encourage people to do is Kegel exercises. I'm a big fan of Kegels, and I think Kegels are great for everybody. So, and the thing I tell my patients, so I always think of the musical Cats that they used to advertise, Cats now and forever. Well, I tell my patients Kegels now and forever. It's a good thing to do. And that actually does help. Another thing that can be associated with the stretching of the vagina, some people do have some bladder issues, leakage issues and things like that, which can be very annoying for folks, to be sure. And yes, there are surgeries that can be done, but Kegels help. And the other thing is, this is another, and I find this is an excellent motivation to people, that as far as like leakage of urine, if you look at all the literature on bladder leakage, that if a 5% body weight loss translates in this literature to a 50% improvement in leakage. So if you're way over your body, if you're really overweight, or not even really, really overweight, but somewhat overweight, that if you lose 5% of your body weight, you have a 50% improvement in leakage of urine. If you're a urine leaker, and many of us are.
If you're a leaker.
Yeah,
that's awesome. My God, that's very good news for a lot of women who worry about this issue. So that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that the same thing? The Kegels, we've all been told what the Kegels are, but is that the same thing? Because we had Sarah and Michelle both wrote in about pelvic floor physical therapy, pelvic floor PT. Is that a Kegel, or does it involve more than Kegels?
They do more than Kegels. And if you need more than that, pelvic floor PT is great. And that's really blossomed in the last 10 years or so. And there are many, many people who've been now trained in pelvic floor physical therapy. It can be a terrific option. And again, I love operating. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun. But if you don't have to have an operation, that's great. And don't let those surgeons stay in business. But the key thing is, if you can do it through, Kegeling, through pelvic floor PT, through weight loss, if you could lose a few pounds, all of these things can be helpful. And if you need surgery, we got surgery, but these things are really very good to do non-surgically if you can.
What is pelvic floor PT? I don't understand. And who would I go to for it? Do you call the same guy who works on your knee?
The answer is, these days, most of the physical therapy places have people who are subspecialists in areas. So you call up your PT place and say, who's doing your pelvic floor stuff? And is this somebody who's had special training in pelvic floor PT? And most of your gynecology folks will know folks to go to. I have some really terrific pelvic floor physical therapists that I refer my patients to.
Okay. This is we had this. Michelle writes in, a pelvic floor physical therapist was a game changer for me and my husband, our sex life and our marriage. I had no idea until after my third baby in 2021 this was even an option, but I had pain and discomfort during sex for years, making it a chore, something I generally did not look forward to. After PFPT, the pain is basically gone. The incontinence issues, sneezing, coughing, etc., are so much better, and so on. So I heard about this from a couple of different viewers and just wanted to share that with the audience. Look into it. Summer used to mean I was kicking off the sheets every other night to try to stay cool. I don't know about you. But that all changed thanks in part to my discovery of Cozy Earth bedding. Now I'm sleeping comfortably even on those hot, awful nights. And you can too. Simply swap out your current sheets for soft, breathable, temperature-regulating sheets from Cozy Earth, the brand with thousands of 5-star reviews, including my own. If you don't agree that you are sleeping cooler and more comfortably this summer, they will refund your purchase price, no questions asked. Also, your shipping. And you get 100 nights to try them out. How can Cozy Earth make such a guarantee? Because their bedding is made from viscose, from bamboo, so it traps less heat, enabling people to sleep cooler and more comfortably year-round. For a limited time, save up to 40% on Cozy Earth. Go to cozyearth.com, enter my promo code Megyn at checkout, and save up to 40% right now. Try them for 100 nights. If you don't sleep cooler, send them back for a full refund. cozyearth.com, promo code Megyn. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.